Guys, good morning, good morning. I am working in my Scrap It Up 3 journal, and I've got those Walmart compost bags. They are 2-ply, you get 5, and they were on clearance for 75 cents. So I was like, aha, that's my pages. Now, here was the deal though. I originally thought I could cut them and use this piece for pockets, but that's not going to happen because this is actually the size of one signature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them all down, and then I'm going to cut them out 11 wide by 9.5 tall. So my sheets are 5.5 wide, and that'll fit my 6-inch closure, because remember, I'm doing an enclosed closure, so I'm making a journal in almost like in the box. So you want to get out to Walmart and see if they still have them. These were at my Walmart on sale for 75 cents. So I'm just going to cut down the bags, and there's a bunch. There's 5 I have to cut down to 9.25 tall by 11 wide. And then once I'm done there, I'll come back. You'll see that I've gotten them folded in the journal. And the journal I'm going to do another episode on decoupaging the outside cover, because my cover sustained some bending during travel and here and there and everywhere, and getting mushed, and because when we go out to feed our animals, I take my journals with me. So I'm going to actually Mod Podge the napkins on here and hopefully get that where it's good and stiff and will stand up. And then this side the same, so it'll stand up. And then I'm going to lay this flat and decoupage my napkins on this side. And then I found my little leaves to cover. Ta-da! And so I don't have to emboss all those tiny ones. So it's going to be a mix of leaves. And then what else did I want to show you guys? It was something else. I did that, and that. There was something else I wanted to show you. I think I already did. That I got the big leaves from Walmart to do the front closure with. Front closure, and it's here somewhere. I will find it. And those are going to go on this piece and this piece, and then I got to cover up my holes because my original idea didn't work, but that's okay. We're not going to see that when it's done. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Like here for you, just a few seconds, but for me it's going to be several hours, and we'll have all of this done and ready to rock and roll. See you. All right, guys, in phase 2, I'm going to show you how I get the napkins ready. And it was my luck, and truly it was my luck, that these ones were a 3-ply, because this is actually going to be what gives us this first stage of our stability. And then this is just the absolute top-notch final step that we'll use to cover it. And then I have this, which I'm gonna decoupage to the center of my cover, and then we'll put our leaves all around it. So it's going to be really pretty. And yeah, I went totally fall, but it's still a garden journal, guys. Don't give up on me there. All right, so I'm gonna get this to the side, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap this. Now I can't wrap it on that side because we've already put our contact paper, remember? So I'm just going to get it right to the edge and then trim it off. And how I do that, and I'm not concerned with lumps, bumps, or creases at this point. And I'll show you why. All right, so I take my trusty glue stick. Now remember, when I get to this piece, it's going to be a different story, because I do want to set that up and wrap that over so that it's a good bond. Okay. All right, here's our first stage of the game. We're going to very gently try to position this so we don't have too much trim. Actually, I can come down with it because we haven't done the inside of the flap. Okay, so see, I'm just going to gently pin that down, and then for this piece I'm going to go ahead and lift. I'm going to glue it and then lift it and then roll it over the way I want it to stay. Okay, so that's what we're going to do next. Just like so. And then we'll get to that back side here in just a second. All right, so we're going to fold this up, place it where we want it, which is hopefully at a 90, and then very gently slide this guy over and press it down. And you'll see here real soon that we're going to get some good stability out of this guy. Okay, now on this side. We're going to do the same. We're going to bend this to a 90, and then we're gently going to fold that over. And it doesn't mean much right now, but it's not dry, okay? So let's give us a chance to let that dry. And then we'll do this section next. Get this nice and gluey. So our napkin sticks really well. Okay, we're going to go with the secondary one. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to place it up here at the top, nice and neat as we can. Oh, I remember I can get some overage on that one. We're going to press it down ever so gently, and then making sure everything gets glued. Don't worry about the wrinkles. In this case, wrinkles are our friend. See, that's going to look good. All right, we're going to do the exact same thing here. I'm going to fold this back. We're going to glue this down really well. Then we're going to let this layer dry. And the first layer dry, and then we're going to repeat this, okay, with the second and third napkin, okay, over and over and over until we are out of napkin, and then we'll put the third and final napkin on, and by then this thing should be really not super stable. It wouldn't withstand some serious bending and wear and tear, but it will be sturdy enough for what we're going to do with it. There we go. Get it over on this side. Go ahead and press that down, and we're going to set it aside to dry. I might go ahead and do this piece just, whoa, look at all my trimmings. Might do this piece just since we're here. And then I can cut along this bottom, get rid of this piece. Oh, you guys, what a dummy I am. I could have folded that up because we're going to put pockets. Oh, well. I'll know on the next one. No biggie. No biggie. It's like, yeah, you forgot, Rhonda. You were going to do pockets. These I'll keep. That I'll keep. All right, this will go up. I do this like I know what I'm doing, right, you guys? I won't tell if you don't. I'm winging it. No, I've seen people do it before, and I've actually done it a couple of times. Let me just... Here we go. And then I can bring this side over. And we can put it right here. And you know what, guys? I might actually do, did you see what I did? I might actually do fabric on these flaps. Maybe. I've got some really cool fabric I could put on the flaps. On the outside, I mean, not on the inside. Inside has to remain fall-like, and I still have to figure out what I'm going to do with this. I still have to think about that. That was definitely an afterthought. But what do? You know? You plan as you go. Maybe I can just cover it up with this napkin or the book paper or the brown paper bag. We'll see. All right. Let me know. Just gotta glue that down really well. I think that should work. And in our next one, like I said, we're gonna let this dry. We'll get it cleaned up. I want this to be a good sturdy thing. So I'll see you in the next video, guys. So super quick, guys. Sometimes napkins aren't that easy to get torn apart. So there's a few ways you can do it. You can struggle with it this way, or you can take a piece of tape. Washi tape works. Scotch tape works. I like the washi tape because it's not as difficult. Also, you can take the piece and blow along the edge of the napkin, but that doesn't always work. So this one usually does. See, you just tear a piece off. That gives you a starting point. Then you can tear along. Okay, that is napkin peeling 101. Now, since I'm going to just use this centerpiece over here, I can turn this over, and I can repeat that process just to see if this is a 3-ply or a 2-ply. So I'm going to take my tape again, get somewhere here, and no, it is not a 2-ply, or it's not a 3-ply. So then I'm just going to fussy cut this out off camera, but I'm going to fussy cut it out, and then we're on to our next step. See you in just a second. Hey guys, since I'm in the filming mood, I thought I would show you. I went on Etsy and I bought these spine templates, and I think I just put in spine templates or pamphlet stitch templates, something like that. So what I do is then I glue it on that piece that I'm going to center inside my spine, right? And there's a method to my madness. So then I'm going to come in and I'm going to punch my holes as straight and as centered as I can, because this way I can do a better job more evenly than I could on my own. So it's just a matter of printing and punching holes for me. If you don't have this, you can use a piece of paper and I'll show you how. If you want the 3-hole, or if you want the 5-hole, or the 9, the 3, 5, or 7, I can show you how to do that. So you get your sheet of paper. Okay, so this is our 9-inch spine, right? You get your piece of paper, you fold it in half, then you fold this half up, spin it around, fold this half down, and voila, there's your 3-point. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now let's say you want a 7. So if you want a 7, you're going to fold this first one right here into the second one. Voila. Then you're going to take the second one, fold it into the third one. Voila. So now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not enough because we're doing 7. Okay. All right. So then this piece, you're going to fold up to meet that piece. Okay. Simple, simple. Fold this piece up to meet that piece. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so you'll mark them. You'll mark them with something. Anything. Crayon. Something that'll stain. You know what I mean? I don't have a pen handy. Can you believe that? So we'll just put a little dart there. Little dot there. Little dot there. A little dot here. This is horrible. But hey, it's getting the job done. And then one there. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? 1 5-hole. Take your paper. Okay, so we need this to be 8.5 inches. Let's just go 8.5 because most of us work with an 8.5 inch. Okay, so 5-hole, I showed you. 3-hole, I showed you. No, I didn't show you 5-hole, did I? Okay, so here we go. We're going to fold it in half, right? There's our first one. Then we're going to fold this one in half. There's our second one. Fold this one in half. There's our third one, right? There's our third one. So come down 1/2 inch. There's your fourth one. Come down 1/2 inch. There's your fifth one. So now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can show you those a little better. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there you go. All right, we're going to get to some fun in this video, I promise. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, we are waiting for the cover to dry. so I can't really finish it just yet. I am going to go ahead and add 2 of our prompts, which is going to be number 1, the leaf collage, and number 11, fabric pocket page. So we're going to start with this guy right here. Okay, we're going to do him, and then I'm wondering if I shouldn't spray those edges with something dark, right? That's not all the same, Let's just do this. Oh, not dark enough. I just want to do the edges, so we get a little grunge to our journal. Okay, that'll work. And then we're going to glue that down here. With my acorns up like that. Okay. And then I got to find some more leaves for that top, right? Okay, let's press it down. Perfect. And then I'll go through my stash and look for leaves, because I know I have oodles and gobs of botanicals and leaves and such. So right now I'm just going to get this part done, and I'm gluing my pocket edge down so it's nice and neat. If I can get it to work with me here. There we go. And then this guy will go this way. And he'll go to the bottom of the page and up. Now I put him here so that he wouldn't be right up on the first page, right next to the fabric that's in there. So I think that might work. And like I said, I'll go find some different things. Fall is my absolute favorite season, so I know I have no shortage of things to add to make this a nice collage of leaves. I'll just get this pocket glued down, and I think what I really want to do is bring it in just slightly so people can see that it's a pocket. Maybe not that far. Maybe like that. There. And I'll make, because we got to do a fabric pocket, no, scrappy paper edge, nature hidden journal spot, so that I could put right here. I think I can get me a 4x6. Oh yeah, the ideas are flowing, folks. They're coming. So I think what I can do is cut this out. The ideas, yes, they're headed my way. I think what I can do is probably just put this on there. And I'm going to do the paper tassel, but I'm not sure, guys, if I'm going to put it in this journal. I'm going to do all the prompts. And the reason I say I don't think I'm going to put it in this journal is because, to be quite honest with you, I'm not a fan of... Oh, look at that. Okay, there's our collage. Yep, that's going to work. I know, up and straight up and down. It's predictable, but it does look nice. Definitely looks nice in that spot, right? Look at that. Tell me that doesn't look good. That looks good to me. Alright, there's our first front. We're going to put that aside and let it dry, guys. And then the next time I come back, I'll have a whole lot more done. But it's just taken too long for my spine to dry. So we're going to move forward. Alright? That being said, thanks for watching and coming along and being a good support to my channel. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you in the next video.